If you've got a voice, then pull up a seat. Real talk drops with every beat. No echo chamber, no disguise. Welcome to the Dead Mike Society.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Dead Mike Society. I'm Dan. Tonight, I want to talk about something that eventually hits almost everybody. You get hurt. Maybe it's something minor and you're out for a couple weeks. Maybe it's surgery. Maybe it's a broken bone. Maybe it's an accident. Maybe you're an athlete, musician, construction worker, bartender. Whatever you do, and suddenly your body won't let you do something that it's been part of your life for years. Everybody talks about healing the injury, but what about your head? Because nobody really prepares you for what happens when you wake up one morning and realize, I can't do the things that make me feel like me. That's what I want to talk about tonight. The first few days are easy. When you first get injured, everybody calls, how you doing? Do you need anything? Get better. You're focused on doctors, appointments, medication, whatever needs to happen. Then everybody gets back to their lives and you're still sitting there. That's when I think the mental part can really start. Because now you're bored, you're frustrated, maybe you're in pain, maybe you can't work, maybe you can't exercise, maybe you can't play music, maybe you can't drive, and suddenly you got a tremendous amount of time to think. That's not always a good combination. Don't confuse being injured with being useless. I think this is huge. If you're somebody who defines yourself by what you do, an injury can mess with you. I'm a drummer, I'm a runner, I'm a fighter, I'm a mechanic. I'm the guy everybody calls when something needs to get done. Okay, what happens when you can't do that? How does it change? How can you be somebody still available and relevant and happy in your life? I'll tell you right now, it's a terrible daily goal to just try to get better because getting better can take 3 months. Your daily goal should be just what you can do. If it's 10 feet, it's 10 feet. If it's 100 feet, it's 100 feet. And you should never compare today to tomorrow. They have nothing to do with each other. The way that our bodies heal, we have no control over. We can just give it the right nutrients, the right medication, and the right amount of sleep. Stop comparing today to the day you got hurt. This one will destroy you. Before this happened, I could do this. Last month, I was doing that. I used to be able to. Of course, you weren't injured then. If that's your comparison every morning, you're going to lose every morning. Compare yourself to yesterday. What can you do today that you couldn't do a week ago? Recovery can be ridiculously slow, but slow progress is still progress. Don't compare the injured version of yourself to the healthiest version of yourself. That's a game you can't win. Stay around people. This is probably one of the easiest things to stop doing. You don't feel good. You don't look how you normally look. Maybe you're embarrassed about needing help, so you stay home. Then one day becomes 3 days. 3 becomes a week. And now you're alone with your phone and your thoughts all day. That's when everything can start feeling much bigger than it is. You don't have to go party. You don't have to pretend you're having a great time. Just don't disappear. Answer the phone. Have somebody come over. Sit outside. Stay connected to the world. Find another version of what you love. Let's say you're a musician and you can't play. You can still listen. You can write. You can organize songs. You can plan the next project. If you're an athlete, you can compete. Maybe you can study your sport. If you can't work your normal job, maybe there's something you've always wanted to learn. I'm not saying everything happens for a reason. Sometimes something just sucks. But if you're going to be stuck in that situation anyway, ask yourself, what can I build while I'm here? That's different. Don't pretend you're fine. There's also this idea that being mentally strong means you're supposed to be positive all the time. I don't buy that. You can be pissed off. You can have a terrible day. You can say this sucks because sometimes it does. The problem is when a terrible day turns into believing your entire future is terrible. Those aren't the same thing. You can have a bad day without deciding you have a bad life. What if you really aren't okay? And I want to make an important distinction here. There's being frustrated, lonely, angry, and discouraged because you're injured, and then there's depression. If you're persistently feeling hopeless, losing interest in everything, or you're having thoughts about hurting yourself, or not wanting to be here, that's beyond a motivational speech or a podcast. Talk to somebody, a doctor, a mental health professional, someone you trust. Getting help isn't failing at recovery. Your mind is part of the recovery. Your injury is a chapter. I think this is a part that's hardest to remember when you're in the middle of it. Your entire world can temporarily become the injury. Every conversation, how's the leg? How's the shoulder? When can you go back? Every day revolves around recovery. Eventually, you can start thinking that's your identity. It isn't. It's something happening to you. It's not who you are. Your injury can be a chapter of your life without becoming the story of your life. The 24-hour rule. So here's something I try. Stop trying to mentally survive the next 6 months. Handle today. What does today require? Do what your doctor says. Eat. Get outside if you're able. Talk to somebody. Do one productive thing. Get some sleep. Then tomorrow, do it again. 6 months sounds overwhelming. 24 hours, you can work with that. So I want to hear from the Dead Mike Society audience. Have you ever had an injury or anything else happen physically that temporarily took away something you love doing? And what was harder, the physical recovery or the mental recovery? And if you're dealing with something like that right now, remember this. You don't have to love the situation. You don't have to pretend everything is okay. You just have to keep giving tomorrow a chance to be a little better than today. I'm Dan. This is Dead Mike Society. Your injury might change what you can do today. It doesn't get to decide who you are tomorrow.
If you've got a voice, then pull up a seat. Real talk drops with every